already busted up.
Hey, yo, what up, everybody? It's your man, UFC J. As we get ready for Vegas 118, it's a UFC fight night at the Apex. And don't sleep on this one. A lot of times I'll say, oh, this ain't one of the main cards. This card is predicted to be very violent. They got some strong matchups. Yes, you will see your minus 700 on here. You will see stuff like that. But I would not be discouraged by that. It's going to be a lot of knockouts, and it's going to be some fun firefights. I'm excited. And we get back to normal times. The prelims, I do believe, start at 5 p.m., so it's better than like last week waking up at 4 p.m. We had to take a week off, but we are back, and we will be back. We're going to keep feeding you this. Listen to what I say. I'm trying to make you some money, along with make myself some money. So I'm not doing this for the fun. When I put it in, I'm betting on it. So let's go. The last one I put out here, I went 7-6. I had a little rough go at it, but as you can see, my record out here is 89-52-1. I'm getting to it. We still got a winning record. Last week, if you follow me on TikTok, you see I went 9-3. I actually caused some upsets that some other people didn't have, other content creators didn't have on their card, so I did well. But since it's not on the YouTube channel, I'm not going to use that. We're just going to go 89-52-1 as of right now, and let's get to it so we can get started and get our record up for next week. I'm excited. It's UFC J. Let's go. First fight we have up is Ketlen Sousa against Ariana Carnelossi. Now, in this fight, it's an interesting breakdown, man. Ketlen Sousa, if you've seen her fight, she only really loses to top-tier talent. I'm kind of surprised that she's opening the card. She's tough. She'll come forward. She'll take you down. She'll throw hands. She's not the cleanest striker, but luckily the lady she's fighting right here is not a clean striker either. She doesn't do much very well. Her only asset is she's tough, meaning she can take a beating, which I expect her to take in this fight. I'm taking Ketlen Sousa to win. I also saw something for future betting that I'm gonna start doing. I went on DraftKings. They allow you to take the amount of rounds that they will win. So, for example, Ketlen Sousa is minus 3.5. That means if she wins all 3 rounds on all 3 scorecards, she would win 30-27. You put that all together 3 times, she won by 9 points. So she would cover the minus 3.5 differential. But let's say Ariana takes a round from her, then she wins 1, and then it would be 29-28 across the board. And then she wouldn't cover it because technically she only won by 3 points. Just some fun facts, because I saw that late in the day. I didn't get a chance to talk it over and get with the team and put it on here. But either way, all that being said, I'm going to dive more into those bets too. But for this right now, going forward, I got Ketlen Sousa. I expect her to wash this lady 3-0. I expect her to win on all 3 scorecards 30-27. Next fight we have up is Jalisa Cháirez against Yannis Dubin. This again is an interesting fight because these are 2 ladies that made it on here after the Contender Series. Yannis Dubin knocked the lady out with an overhand right. She didn't show much, but she almost looked like a video game. She was spamming that overhand right, caught her and knocked her out. And she came back. She was losing that fight. Whereas Cháirez had the same type of fight going on, and she was struggling at first, and then the lady hit her in the mouth. And she almost like grinned like, yeah, this is what I want, and proceeded to punish that lady. Cháirez by far is the cleaner striker. It's not going to be close. She is more technical. She's going to be able to hit her more ways. She'll be able to take her down. Whereas Dubin, the only reason she's dangerous in this fight is she has an overhand right. If she catches her with it, there is a chance she could go to sleep. But I'm sure Cháirez and their team have thought about it. I expect her to just, hit her with the wop, 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 you know what I mean, for about 3 straight rounds. I don't think there's going to be nothing Dubin can do with her. So I'm taking Cháirez. Now, with that being said, do I believe she's a minus 430 favorite? No, because this is both of their first times at the UFC level. They're both coming out a contender. It shouldn't be that wide of a gap. But I do think Cháirez is the better fighter. So I'm taking Jalisa Cháirez. Next up, we have Jordan Levitt against Joe Anderson Brito. Brito's the favorite. I'm going to lean toward Brito in this match. A lot of people are taking Jordan Levitt because they like his awkward style. He has an awkward striking style. If he times it right, he can put you down. Also, if he gets your back, he is a submission threat. And Burrito at big time, and Joe Anderson at times has not lived up to the hype. I'm gonna go Joe Anderson because I feel like he's been in there with better competition. I think he will be the better striker, as long as he doesn't get caught with anything. I think he's gonna be better on the ground when it comes to grappling and wrestling. I think he's the better overall fighter. This fight is a little closer. I'm not gonna say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not gonna give you a 10 on Joe Anderson Brito. I'm really not even going, yeah. But I'm choosing him. So I'm at about a 6, but I'm gonna take Brito. And my this fight right here, we got Chelsea Chandler against Priscila Cachoeira. Both these ladies suck. They should honestly be opening this fight up. Both of them got sparked out by Jocelyn Edwards, and that was in the first round. This is why Jocelyn Edwards was making her way up. And she beat Norma Dumont. She looked like a beast. She's going to fight for a heavyweight title. So, with that being said, Chelsea Chandler has been in there. Anytime she's in there with anybody in a pulse that does not get cut from the UFC, pretty much, she gets her ass beat. You can say the same thing about Priscilla. But my biggest issue with Chelsea Chandler is, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a Chelsea Chandler hater. There was a time in 2023, Norma Dumont hit her so hard, she turned to try to run out the cage. If you think I'm lying, look it up on YouTube. They got clips. You can look it up on the internet. You can just put Chelsea Chandler running out the cage. She turned around and ran. I'm not talking about like standing on the outside with her hands up, guard, like running around. No. She turned around and sprinted. I've never seen that happen. And I can't get that image out my head. Now, as far as the tape breaking down the fight, Chandler will be the bigger lady, but Priscilla is a come forward striker. She also sucks because she can't defend takedowns or anything of the sort. But if Chelsea Chandler gets hit with something she does not like, she's either going to sleep or she's going to run. I expect Priscilla to come forward, and I think at first, because neither one of them got defense, I think they're going to be trading. Chandler going to get hit with something she don't like, and she going to bend the knee. That's what I think. I don't know if she gets KO'd or if she just kind of falls down, covers up, and quit. I'm taking Priscilla just on the fact I've seen with my own eyes, and you can look it up too. Chelsea Chandler getting hit so hard that she ran. I can't pick a fighter like that, bro. And honestly, I believe both of these ladies would probably be cut after this fight. If the other Ketlin, I can't remember her last name, got cut after winning her fight and was a top 5 bantamweight or whatever, there's no way these ladies should be in there. So I think they both suck, but I can't stand Chelsea Chandler. She a buster, mark, trick, punk, sucker, whatever. So I'm taking Priscilla. Next fight, we got an interesting one. Bruno Silva against Édgar Cháirez, excuse me. Cháirez is a sneaky fighter, man. Bruno's tough. We picked him before. He's a bulldog. He's gonna come forward. He's gonna keep striking. He's gonna try to knock you unconscious. He's just a tough dog. But the thing about Bruno is he leans heavy on that front leg. One thing you gotta learn about UFC is when stuff like that happens, you got to be careful because if a guy you're facing specializes in leg kicks and you are a power swinger, once they compromise that leg, all of this stuff goes out the window. You're limping, like them calf kicks can tear you up. And Bruno don't really check those. So I expect his calf to get compromised early. Also, Bruno keeps a high guard. We're talking about Édgar kicking the calf. The other thing he likes to do is land body shots, which is one of Bruno's weaknesses. So two of Édgar's positives are two of Bruno's weaknesses. Everybody's picking Bruno because he's the tougher guy and he's known just to walk people down and get through this. And even that last fight was controversial, but he could. I feel like Bruno might have won that. But either way, I'm taking Édgar because those are two weaknesses. and you get touched up at the body, what happens when you start getting touched at the body? Your hand comes down to block that. Night night. So this is my dog pick, one of my dog picks of the week, and I'm very confident in this one. Give me Edgar. Okay, so now we can speed it up a little bit. This is Marcus McGhee. I'm not betting on this fight. He's a minus 520 favorite. He's a fan favorite. Everybody loves this guy. Nice guy. Just likes to fight. He's going to be able to have his way with this guy right here, man. I don't know how it's going to end, but the fight won't go all 3 rounds. It's either going to be submission, KO, TKO, disqualification, a guy not getting up off his stool. Marcus McGhee wins, and it's not even close, bro. I'm not putting this on my parlay because I don't like the odds, but honestly, I think Marcus McGhee probably should be like minus 700 in this fight, in my personal opinion. Next one, we have a real fun one. We got Ewo Baraniewski. We just call him Ewo against Junior Tafa. Junior Tafa just won a fight about 3 weeks ago. He was out there in Australia. He won the fight, but he showed his weaknesses, bro. He did not. He's a kickboxer. He was front leg heavy. The guy was actually winning the fight. He was fighting. He was kicking his leg, kicked it to shreds to the point where Junior was limping. He just hauled off and caught him with a Hail Mary and knocked him clean out. Junior Tafa is heavy-handed. If he'd have lost that fight, he'd have been on a 3-game losing streak. With Ewo, on the other hand, has not had a fight get outside the first round. I don't think he's had a fight last longer than 3 minutes this year since he's been in the UFC. He's 8-0. They say he has the full package. We have not had to see this because he's knocking people out so fast. And that last fight turned into a bar fight, and he just starched the guy. Violent, quick, fast, and I have no confidence in Junior Tafa. A lot of people, if you go online, a lot of content creators like Junior Tafa as an underdog. I don't, because I know he's not particularly good at anything besides swinging wildly. Ewo, they say, has a grappling game. He has great jiu-jitsu. He has good wrestling. We just haven't had to see it. So if he's the full package, if he gets to trade and Junior's hands are too heavy, he's going to be able to pivot where Junior will not. I'm taking Ewo, and I don't expect this to get out the first round. This right here, I like to call this a fight of violence that's going to end in violence, bro. This right here is like attempted assault. Costa's going to knock this guy, Matt Schnell, out. And the funny part is Matt Schnell is going to look good at the beginning because he's a solid fighter. He just has no chin. You put a guy with no chin but a lot of skill in with a guy that is a knockout specialist. The KO alert on this is going to probably be like minus 320, bro. It's only a matter of time before Matt Schnell goes to sleep. I don't even know why they're doing this. I don't know who Matt Schnell pissed off, but yeah, Costa knocking his ass out. There's nothing to even really talk about. I think Matt Schnell's gonna look good at first. He might luck up and make it out the first round, but he going to bed, bro. That one right there is pretty much guaranteed. Next fight, we going to my stuff closed up on me. We got Bryce Mitchell against Santiago Luna. This is a close fight. My pick is gonna be biased because I saw what Bryce Mitchell had to say about, America, and how he don't think sports and politics should intervene, and he don't agree what's going on in the government. And he kept it real classy. So I'm a fan of that. And I don't want to make politics a part of the show. I just like what he said. He's a hell of a wrestler, and he's going against a guy that can strike and a guy that's not bad on the ground. The thing is, when it's a wrestler against a guy who's okay wrestling and a fancy striker, I lean toward the wrestlers because he's going to dive at your leg. A wrestler's going to do everything in his power to take you down. I just don't know if Santiago can stop the takedowns. You see it, but the only people I see that really stuff takedowns a lot are like elite cats, like Sean Strickland. And some people are just uncanny at it. Most cats might be able to stop the first 2, but then after that, that's when they start getting dropped on the side of their neck. It gets tough, bro. And a wrestler's not going to stop. So he'll strike with you for a minute, but he's going back to that takedown. Question is, can Santiago stop it at all? How many times can he stop it? Because it's going to keep going. I like Bryce Mitchell here, and I'm pretty confident in it because in these situations, unless you catch him, the wrestler, he's just gonna keep coming, and eventually he's gonna outwill you to get you on the ground. And once he gets you on the ground, you're in trouble. He's a threat to submit you. So give me Bryce Mitchell here. This is one where I almost took the underdog. You got Tom Nolan, who's a great kickboxer. He outputs a lot of offense. Whereas Farès over here is one of them people that's looking like he might be a guy that's going to break the top 10 and possibly compete for a belt. Can't say that about Tom Nolan, because Tom Nolan, to get out here, he'll get the whooping on you for a minute, but he can be caught. And if you have a couple of different game plans, you can get him. Ziam looks like he has not the full bag, but it looks like he's developing a full bag. So he should be able to get him to the ground if that kickboxing gets to being too much. But also he has the heavier hands. So even if the guy gives you 3 and you get to swing back one time, that's all he needs. So I like him here. This is one I'm saying with caution, because I can see Tom Nolan giving him all types of trouble. This ain't no easy fight. I think the odds are a little wide, but I think Farès is one of them cats that he's on. It's the test of time with the UFC. When you got a guy going this way and you got a guy that's either here, kind of like, I don't want to say flatline and hit the ceiling, or starting to go here. It's I tend to take the guy rising up, but in this situation, I think this is a tough matchup. I'm gonna take Farès, but I'm taking him with caution. And then we have the co-main event: Brendan Allen against Edmen. I can't pronounce his last name. It's Shahbazyan, but Edmen is a heavy-handed hitter, bro. Power in his hands can spark you out. Brendan Allen, last time we seen him, is a hell of a wrestler. He can strike. He can do everything that you need to do. Is he the greatest at everything? No, but he hits hard and he can take you down, and he's a submission threat. This man made RDR quit. And we talking about RDR that was literally a fight away from contending for a championship. Brendan Allen was whooping on him so bad that man sat at his stool. In between, what was it? Was it round 4 or round 5? He's sitting at his stool, and his trainers and them were like, "Get up!" You know, the bell had rang. Get out there. He said, "No, no." RDR has lost his second fight since then. He hasn't been the same person. They keep interviewing him like, "Hey, what happened?" He tried to make excuses saying he was sick. He didn't get the right training. Da, da, da. This man made RDR quit. I mean, RDR was up there with like Driscus, Strickland, Izzy before he started getting sparked out all the time. To do that to a fighter, like break him like that, I can't bet against you, especially with a guy that has not fought nearly the competition you fought. Like, Allen's only losses are to Strickland and Fluffy Hernandez. And I know he lost another one I can't think of, but you have to be elite to stop this dude. I think Edmen is a very, very, very good fighter, but I don't think he's at A-list, A-level. I'm gonna be a champion fighter that could break him. I think Brendan Allen breaks him. I'm taking Brendan Allen. I know a lot of people are saying they think he's gonna get knocked out. I'm not one of them. Give me, give me Brendan Allen. Last but not least, this is the co-main event. Now, odds have been changed since then. Like, they've bet to the point where Gabriel is 110, minus 110 apiece. It's a 50-50 fight. Everybody likes Gabriel because he is a guy that can knock you out. He's power in his hands, strong kicks, is violent, is swift, it's just powerful, is damaging. Last time we seen him, he TKO'd Randy Rude Boy Brown. That win is not looking as good as it used to, because Randy Brown just lost to Kevin Holland. He's starting to just, Randy Brown is taking L, so he's not the rude boy we thought he was. Whereas Belal Muhammad, last 2 fights, was against Ian Gary, who's challenging for the title, and JDM. And in that fight, you can honestly make a case that Belal Muhammad won that fight. And you can also make a case, them eye pokes that JDM got away with. He might have should have been deducted a point. Belal Muhammad was the champ at this weight class, and people are disrespecting him like, oh, it's over, da da da. Now he is 37, but still, bro, there are, and this is something you will always hear me say every time I do a UFC. There are levels to this, bro. There are, look at me. There are levels to this. I can't go against a man that's been in there with the top tier competition, that's held a belt, that has lost 2 fights to one guy that's challenging for the belt, and then to the other guy, or to another guy that's right up there that could be like he. And I don't even know if he lost that fight, to be honest with you. Belal Muhammad is boring. He's not knocking people out. He just does enough to win. He's kind of like Driscus, somehow, some way. I think he puts on a clinic. Last time I seen bet nines like this switch was that Buckley fight when he just got abused a few weeks back. Remember when he went from plus 150 to minus 220 and then lost every round 30-27 on some cards, 30-25. He got schooled and embarrassed. That's what I see happening to Gabriel. Now, he may come out, he may land some shots early, but once they settle into this fight, I don't think he's going to be ready for what Belal Muhammad has in store for him. And remember, this is the main event. This is 5 rounds. This is big boy territory. Belal Muhammad been doing this for years. Gabriel, this would be his second 5-rounder, I do believe. Last time he didn't even go because Randy Rude Boy Buster May Brown went out like a sucker, just took the calf kicks and went down. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. With me, especially at it being minus 110, I'm taking Belal all day, every day, 5 days on Sundays. We them get money boys, and we want the smoke. Holla at me. Let me know if you tailing. Is you tailing or is you bailing? Pause. I'll see you at the winner's circle. Let's cash them tickets. See you next week. I'm out.